Hi guys. Welcome to my channel. I worked hard to prepare the video, so enjoy watching it. And please subscribe and like. It helps me to edit the video.
So we're away, the Women's 5000 metre Championship of Australia. And if the men's race is any sort of indication, we're in for a show-stopping performance here for the women. It is star-studded across the board. And our woman out in front should look familiar. This is our 1500 metre champion, Jessica Hull. So Hull, if she can win this one, would be the 1500, 3000 metre and 5000 metre champion of Australia all in 1 year. First to do it if she can get across the line here, and she's not going to waste any time. Caitlin Adams behind her there, Rose Davies picking that up, and Leanne Pompiani. So quite possibly four of the favourites. Mazzadowny on the inside, Lauren Ryan recently signed the contract with Under Armour over there in Baltimore. Georgia Hansen behind them there, the Australian cross-country champion, and Genevieve Gregson, one of the greats, tucked in nicely behind there. So Jessica Hull is going to space them out and waste no time. 69 seconds through the first 400 metres. So Jessica Hull going into territory she's never been before, but that won't stop her from moving along here in the women's 5000.
So Hull impressive off the front early. First lap only underway, but making her intentions clear. She did this in Sydney at the national 3000 metres, straight to the front, ran a national record. And maybe that's what her intentions here today. She said she had a change of tactics in the 1500 metres, where she ran more of a sit and kick sort of race, but back to the front here was magnificent at the World Cross Country Championships in that 4x2000 metre relay, where she ran a spectacular leg for Australia, brought the crowd to their feet in Bathurst. Such a pleasure to have been there and seen that unfold. But Hull on the front here, well clear, chasing something special.
So Jessica Hull up this back straight, coached by Pete Julian over there in the States. Got one of the best distance stables around. Does this Liberty Track Club. Charlie Hunter a part of that as well. So Jessica Hull just wasting no. It's rare you see this, to be quite honest with you. Someone of this calibre and this level of world-class elite performer has just said, okay, you had an idea of a championship race. Well, I'm the champion. Come and get it. So Hull has stretched it out to 40 to 50 metres now. Caitlin Adams just sitting at the lead pack, and the women behind her, as I mentioned, are all class. It's Leanne Pompiani, Rose Davies behind there, so too Lauren Ryan, Amelia Mazzadowny, Georgia Hansen, and Jen Gregson tucked in. And how's this leading the next pack? Jenny Blundell leading it out there from our 3,000 metre steeplechase champion, Carafine Ryan. Basha on the back of that as well, a medalist in that event. So 50 metres, it was 20, it quickly became 50, it's quickly becoming 60, it might even become 70 by the time we get around here through 3 laps. And it would have been under that 3-minute K pace for sure through that first kilometre. For Jessica Hull, just storming away here in the first 3 laps.
So Hull putting something together here which is truly world class. And the athletes in that chase pack behind her, a plethora of Australian representative, national champions, athletes that have been to Olympic, World Championships and Commonwealth Games. But Hull in her own space now, writing her own history as she goes to the front. And she's nearly half the length of the straight clear here. So Hull really putting the foot down and chasing after a time here which is looking quite incredible to behold. So Hull is away, 80 metres clear. Adams in behind there. Pompiani's there. Davies also there. So the athletes in that chase pack, and now it just breaks up a little as the chase pack decides to just ratchet that speed up a little, and the pace increases as they move down the back straight in pursuit of Jessica Hull.
So it's Jessica Hull, when she comes around to that 200-metre marker for the next time, that'll be your 2K point. Leading out this chase pack is current 10,000-metre national champion Leanne Pompiani. The woman behind her, well, she was the two-time champion before that. It's Rose Davies. So these two are not strangers to one another. And it might have been somewhat of a conversation to say, we can't give Jess too much room, and maybe 60, 70 metres was enough. So you're seeing something very special here, ladies and gentlemen. Make as much noise as you can down this home straight as Dave Colbert down there in the field.
Height of the bar in the men's pole vaults, 580. Curtis Marshall at the top of the runway, about to have his first attempt. In he comes. Nice little tailwind too, so he's made the most of that. Oh, he was so close, as we saw in his first attempt, just complaining about the wind. The wind was actually pretty good, so it might have pushed him a little closer. There was a little tailwind. And he's saying to his coach, Paul Burgess, that the wind was variable and was coming back into him. So they're just having a conversation here about what they do with the stands. They can move those uprights forward or back, but the breeze all of a sudden picked up and had a nice little tailwind there. So he'll have 2 more attempts at this 5 metres 80.
And it's still Jessica Hull here on the front of this women's 5,000 metres, and what a mighty race she's running. Just under 7 laps remains, and she's some way clear. Leanne Pompiani and Rose Davies also there in that chase pack, but Hull just moving clear, looking for a time sub 15 minutes here. Only 3 Australian women have done it. Benita Willis, very famous name in Australian athletics and world distance running. Eloise Wellings, another. And Hull, the national record holder, the other incredibly well-credentialed athlete who has done that. But Hull is putting on a clinic here, and let's hope she can keep pushing towards the line and chasing that sub 15-minute time and something close to her own national record of 14:43 here today.
So Jessica Hull down this home straight. It's 80 metres ahead of Leanne Pompiani and Rose Davies. Tasked with the job to try and chase down the medals is Amelia Mazzodowney, Georgia Hansen, and looking really comfortable as well as Genevieve Gregson here, the Queenslander. But out in front, it is all Jessica Hull, still under that 15-minute marker. And what a special performance we're seeing here from Jess. I mentioned at the start of the race, if she can win this one, she'll become the first ever to win the 15, 3,000 and 5,000 in 1 year. So on the verge of history here is Jess Hull. She makes her way up on the shoulder of some of our other competitors here. Pompiani still leading out Rose Davies. Behind there are Mazzodowney, Hansen, Gregson, Adams. But at the front of the race, it's Jessica Hull. So she's out here by herself, ladies and gentlemen. There's no harder way to run a distance event. So any support, any cheering, anything you can give her will be very, very welcome for Jessica Hull. So we've lost Jenny Blundell down here. Unfortunately for her, we hope she's okay. But Jessica Hull, she'll come down here. So 8:59 strikes the clock there. And that's through 3,000 metres. So she is just under that 15-minute pace. So we see the next two come through here. It's Pompiani leading out Rose Davies. That's 9:14 on the clock, so still moving there. Hanson gets on the shoulder now of Mazzadowney. We turn our attention back to the pole vault quickly as Curtis Marshall goes again.
Second attempt at 580. Paul Burgess right behind me. Wind flaccid, not doing much. Now starting to maybe edge behind. Swirling is the motion from the coach. So just waiting for this breeze. What a run from Jessica Hull. She continues around. So if you can get that tail breeze and manage the run up, then you've got a chance, but it's just circulating, fluttering back into the face slightly. Contemplating taking the pole up off the ground. Everyone here's looking at the flag. Now it's starting to just a fraction go behind him, and his fellow competitors say off you go, so he does. Second attempt, 580. Not bad, up. Pretty good attempt. Pretty good attempt, and he knows it was close. So he'll have one more. Breeze tricky. Almost got it right, so there'll be one more attempt to come at this height of 580.
So Jessica Hull, good jumping there from Curtis Marshall, but Jessica Hull up this back straight. Well, she was 8:59.3 You might have started to question if she's getting tired. It was a 71.72 following lap, so she's still right on that 15-minute pace. It'll be interesting to see where she's at when she comes down to the start-finish line this time around. So Jess Hull, she's been in sensational form. Obviously, she won the 1,500 metres here yesterday. She was 8:41.3000 in Sydney last month. And Jessica Hull is not wasting any time to try and get after her third national title of the year. So Jess Hull will start to enter the pain cave here with 3 laps to go. 11:26 on the clock. 100 metres ahead of Leanne Pompiani and Rose Davies in second and third. Leading it out in fourth now is Genevieve Gregson, who's starting to gap away from Georgia Hanson. So it's a really classy run here from Jen Gregson. As Pompiani still leading out Davies, but it's all Jess Hull up the back straight. So she's making her way around a few of our other competitors out there. Jessica Hull, around that 15-minute mark would be something special to go with the third national title of this calendar year. So Jessica Hull leading it out 100 metres ahead of Pompiani. Rose Davies still in third, and Gregson starting to move away in fourth.
And it's another 3-minute K for Hull there, just outside 3:01. So well and truly on target here to break that 15-metre barrier. And if you want some perspective on how well she's going, as she passes those athletes that she's lapping here, you'll get a better perspective of just exactly the sort of splits that Jess Hull is putting down here in front of us. And she is on fire here, so 2 laps to go. Hull, she's had an amazing season, her international career, with that bronze medal at the World Cross Country Championships in the 4x2,000 metres, Olympic Games, World Championship finals. She's done plenty in the sport, but I feel like she's on the edge of doing something truly great this season and beyond as Hull moves up into the stellar ranks of world-class athletics here. And this performance here with 600 metres to go, arguably one of the best of the meet so far. So Hull continues to stretch away in this women's 5,000 metres.
So to put it in statistics, Jessica Hull came down with needing about 2 70-second laps to get under that 15-minute marker. So as she rounds the bend for the second last time, if you're sitting down, I encourage you to at least stand up for the final 400, because Jessica Hull is on the verge of something truly elite. So Jessica Hull here, watch the clock. It'll give you a great indication what she needs here. Going to the arms now, it'll require a 66-second last lap. So something truly remarkable here from the woman from New South Wales. It's Rose Davies starting to go over the top now for the silver medal. Pompiani behind there. Gregson settling in fourth. But all eyes are at the front of the track here because it's Jessica Hull up the back straight for the last time. So Jessica Hull, what an amazing season she's had so far. 1500 metre national champion, 3000 metre national champion, about to become the 5000 metre national champion. And what she'll require is a blistering 30-second last 200 to get there. So it'll be tough. But nonetheless, you've seen something truly remarkable here at the athletics track this afternoon. To round out the 100th edition of the Australian Nationals, Jessica Hull comes into the home straight. Stand and deliver, the champion of Australia. It'll be her third one of this year. She's done just about everything, and it's another one to tick off the list. So Jessica Hull, she'll go over the 15 metre or the minute marker. Who else was it going to be but Jessica Hull? She takes it out. 15:05 solo. A truly remarkable performance. Three-time national champion this year. First to ever do it. Jessica Hull, as Rose Davies comes down for a silver medal here. Amazing work from Rose. And it's Leanne Pompiani in that third position, the bronze medal from the nation's capital. Remarkable as Curtis Marshall has another attempt here on the runway.
Championship here, 1500, 3000, 5000, and you've done it in such style. Tremendous, well done.
Thank you, thanks. It's been a fun summer. It's been really energising to get amongst the Australian athletics community, and it's cool to see it come into life and be part of it firsthand.
We've really enjoyed watching all of the middle distance runs. It's a bit like the men's and women's sprints where you're just going at it week in, week out. Your battles with Abby over 1500 have been superb. And what was your goal this summer? What did you want to achieve?
I wanted to win the national title in the 1500, but I think coming into the season in about September, when you start building that base back, I thought there was a certain way that I had to go about winning it, and I think as the summer went and I got confidence running in many different ways, I started to realise I don't have to run from the front and run strong. I think I've got another weapon this year, which is really cool to see come together.
And of course the World Cross Country Championships, which we didn't talk about, which was probably the highlight of the whole season. So how do you think that'll play out for the rest of the season? Because it's so hard to be so good at this point and then still be good in August at the World Championships.
Yeah, I think what I'm sort of looking at against my global competitors is that they're all very good at this time of year as well. And if I want to be in competition with them in the summer, then I have to be good right now as well. So I think if you look at the Ethiopian women, Kudos Tagai, she nearly broke the world record in the mile and the 3K indoors, and Laura Muir is just always stunning every time she races. So I think for us having such a strong domestic season and competition with each other, it's going to set us up well. And when we go over and race our Northern Hemisphere competitors, we're going to be ready this year, which is really exciting.
All right, one more thing. Next Monday, Easter Monday, you're going to Central Park at Stawell. It's a new experience, I can tell you. It's the first time you've been there, running 1,000 metres against everybody. I think you'll be off scratch. What are you looking forward to there?
Oh, I'm so excited. I just wanted to keep the energy of this Australian summer going, and I know that last year I had the opportunity to head down, but it didn't quite line up, and sort of seeing the crowd and watching it on TV and Channel 7. I mean, I've grown up kind of watching the 120 metre gift race every year, and now that we've got a chance to be part of it, I'm pumped, and I think it'll be a super exciting race that throws in the difference with the scratch markings and the handicaps. So yeah, it'll be really exciting, and I think you're going to see a blanket finish. You're
going to have a ball, no doubt about that. That'll be on the screens of 7 Easter Monday. Don't miss it. Congratulations, Jeff. You've been fantastic.
Thanks heaps.